Bonjour mes amis, hi guys, a bit of a public service type of video today. Whether you are just starting to get into watches, discovering the different brands, different complications, or you've been buying watches for a while, maybe you're a seasoned collector and look to reduce your collection, let's see a bit what sort of trouble awaits you. So on the table, I have two very cool chronographs, and I think the man on the street who doesn't know much about watches knows Rolex, and that's about it. Has heard of Omega, maybe. I think that these two timepieces are fairly similar. They have extra buttons. What might those be? Some of them would know that it's a chronograph. Of course, you guys love watches, and you know the brands, and you know the functions that we have here. We have two chronographs. So one by Zinn, who owns the rights to make a Breitling. Basically, yeah, when Breitling was ailing, they sold the rights to a couple of their designs, and to this day, Zinn makes it. So this is the navigation chronograph. Very cool timepiece. Retails for around 4,000 US. And as you can see, it's minty. Since then, they discontinued this one. They issued a new one, slightly different, with a sort of blocks of loom. Yeah, a couple of refinements, but basically, the new one, I think you can very in a more practical way adjust the inner scale with the bezel, I believe, while here you have to use this, which is so slow. So by the time you try to calculate something, someone has pulled out their iPhone and calculated it, or you can do it mentally faster. So it's a bit of a flaw in the design, so that might be something they have corrected, but it's mostly for the look. And yeah, you do have the function if you really need it. There's a whole bunch of logarithmic calculations you can do. Great loom. It's built like a tank, like everything with Zinn. Super bracelet held on both sides by those hex screws. Really a pleasure to resize. Beautiful build of everything. And inside is the La Jouperet, which is becoming a ubiquitous movement. So it's a column wheel adaptation, I think, of the 7750 Valjoux, but really nicely finished, and 100 meters of water resistance. You for 4,000 US, you get a lot of watch here. A bit heavy, of course. So the head of the watch is a bit heavy, but there you go. Chronograph with date and column wheel. Very cool piece. So when I saw this one, I kind of had to have it. I always liked the look of the Breitling. Never really wanted to pay the Breitling money, or go maybe for a neo vintage one. So I went for this, and I've worn it maybe a total of 5 times. So it is completely mint, and there's already a new version. So what is the resale for a watch like this? Well, you would think you'd still get, obviously I didn't pay the full retail, right? I got 15-20% off, so I paid maybe closer to 3,300 US for it, brand new at the shop, with the box and all the tools and all that. It's basically unworn, and yeah, I haven't really worn it much. I mean, it's mostly something that I wanted to just experience and make a few videos about. But then earlier this year, so long after I purchased this one, I got a call from Omega to pick up the ultimate speedy, to me at least. Your taste may vary. This is the Ed White, so vintage style, straight lugs, with that nice bracelet, super comfortable, with inside their recreation of the caliber 321 with the column wheel as well, but beautiful, manually wound chronograph. The other one is automatic. A real pleasure to wind, assembled by hand by a small team at Omega, so very special. And the watch really catches the vibe. All the details of the originals from the from the early 60s. Here, of course, you have a sapphire crystal as the only difference, but they give it a bit the look of the Hesalite. So really a precious watch, but one you can still wear every day, and you have a great caliber and the vintage style that we all love. This one is a lot more expensive. So in a Hong Kong dollar, you are close to I think what was it, 121, 125, something like that, thousand Hong Kong dollars, so around maybe 16,000 US. They don't make many a year, and you have to be selected to get it. So yeah, it took so for a while the prices were keeping strong, and people were offering some over the retail. I don't know if they were selling. Now you can see some of them at some discount, but it's still a watch that will keep, I would say, $13,000 value in good condition. And obviously I have the full set. It comes from the boutique, and this is the watch that I would wear the most of the two, by a long margin. I wear it a lot, and it's truly enjoyable. So as nice as the Zin is, and it's actually as a daily a lot more practical, right? It's automatic, you have the date, it's more water resistant, it's a bit of a tank. In my spirit of reducing a bit the collection, focusing on what I love the most, I was trying to look at selling this Zin. So I put it for sale. I try 3,000 US, 2,800. Immediately I get lots of likes for my listing here in Hong Kong, and a lot of offers. Straight away people go for 2,000 US, like 15,000 Hong Kong. That's not even 2,000 US, slightly below. Everyone goes basically for less than half the retail. And at first I'm like, no way, I'm not selling there. And then I reduce a bit, and in the end I accept one of the offers, and then the guy bails out, doesn't come. A lot of time wasters. And then the other day I was in one of those moods, and I put it for 15,000 Hong Kong dollars, so less than 2,000 US. And yeah, a couple of guys buy it. One guy says, yeah, I'll come. Then he didn't come, and then the next guy says, "Oh, I really want to watch. Well, what's your best price?" I'm like, "Well, this is it." The problem in Hong Kong, nobody ever wants to pay the price that's on the tag. Everybody has to negotiate. So, the lower you go, the more you get lowballed, and the more you attract the kind of guy that could never afford this watch new. A guy that buys entry-level Seikos, and suddenly for him that would be a big spending, so he's trying to get it for 1,300 US, 1,200 US, and so it just never ends. And you get to the point where, well, okay, there's no point selling it. And I told one of those guys, look, man, 15,000 is the floor. You can come get it right away. It's like new. Otherwise, I'll give it to a family member, and I will eventually do that, because there's no more point. So why am I doing this video? It's just to give you a bit of a warning. Like me, you're gonna get excited because it's a cool watch, really well made Zin, and in any case, it's a great watch to collect. But I'm running a bit out of room, out of heart, out of passion to keep too many things. So I kind of wanted to pass it on and make somebody else happy, get a good price on the watch. But if you have to pass it on and lose more than 50% on what you paid, then what is really the point of it? You might as well just give it. And I'm thinking maybe giving it to one of my young cousins, young nephews. And for them, that would be a fantastic watch that they can wear for 10 years and really put some miles into it and use the functions, use the chronograph. And something that can enjoy more than me. They would enjoy this the way I enjoy this, probably. And of course, when it's free, it's even more enjoyable. Just to complex the narrative, of course, I didn't start with Omega here, right? I started here. And this watch is the first Speedy Pro that I got. And I absolutely love it, right? It's a fantastic piece. I still wear it a lot. I wear it when I play tennis, and there's a vibe to the bracelet, which is very comfortable, and to the dial, which I like. I like this dial. It might not be the vintage correct style, but might not have the dot over 90 on the bezel, but I just like it, and it has the Hasselite. It's just the basic Speedy Pro, and I got it at a great price. Sometimes I'm even of the mind of selling everything that's more expensive than this and just keep this, right? Because I enjoy it the same way I can enjoy something else. Yeah, there's a special enjoyment to the super high-end one. But after all, a watch is a watch, and you can only wear one at a time, unless you want to put one on the other wrist as well. So one or two at a time. It's still in the same enjoyment, right? There's not. I paid 5 times more for this than I paid for this. So am I getting 5 times the enjoyment? Well, it's a more refined type of enjoyment. But would I want to sell this? No, because I really have strong attachment to it. I still enjoy wearing it. And I remember when I got it, and it was very, very special when I got it, just like when I got this one. And that special feeling, I like to keep it. And maybe this is something I want to pass to my son if he likes it. Then he can do whatever he wants with it when I'm gone. But there you go. I paid about the same. Did you know that for these two? Maybe even slightly more for this, but let's say about the same. But the resale for this is much better. Of course, I got it like 60% of the retail when I got it. I paid like 3,000 US. And it has kept that value because everything got so expensive that now a Speedy for 3,000 is good value. So with the big box, the Moonwatch box, I think I could probably recoup my money. While this is unsellable, and that's a big problem with a lot of watches. So I wanted to do this video to give you a bit of a word of warning when you get excited like me. Just think about maybe what the end game is. If the end game is this and you're waiting for this, well, why put $3,000-4,000 in this one? You need to think ahead. As cool as it is, if you have the bandwidth financially and emotionally to keep it, cool. Keep it as a cool collectible and wear it once in a while. Because it's really well made and it's cool that Zinn makes this model, and that's why I bought it. But if I had thought about it a bit further, I could have said, hey, nice that I've seen it, it's cool, I don't really need to own it. But it's very easy to say, why, right? You need to scratch the itch, and I scratched my itch, and my itch is going to cost me $1,000, maybe 1,300, and a lot of headache. And yeah, when you sell that yourself, dealer will give you 1,500 at best. And if you sell it yourself, you have to you have to entertain a lot of lowballers and time wasters. So yeah, there you go. Bit of a word of warning. Think ahead. This is what you can expect from this thing that we call a hobby of wasting money and getting instant gratification. Maybe think about the long term and what you will really cherish for a very long time. There you go, guys. Let me know what you think about these watches, the resale market, and all those themes that keeps us awake at night. Bye bye, guys.